Welcome back to Philosophy Unpacked. Today, we're delving into a really challenging and profound text on the nature of friendship by Friedrich Nietzsche.
That sounds fascinating. We often think of friendship as simple and comforting, but I have a feeling Nietzsche's take is going to be anything but simple.
You are absolutely right. He begins by talking about the lonely person, the hermit or anchorite, who is trapped in a constant, intense conversation with themselves.
You mean that internal monologue we all have? He sees that as a problem that needs solving?
Exactly. He says the conversation between I and me can become overwhelming. The friend is the third one, who acts like a cork, preventing that dialogue from sinking into the depths of despair.
So a friend saves us from ourselves in a way. They break up that intense, sometimes negative echo chamber in our own heads. That makes a lot of sense.
But here's the first twist. Nietzsche suggests that our very longing for a friend is a betrayer. It reveals the things we wish we had faith in within ourselves.
So if I'm longing for a courageous friend, it might be because I feel I lack courage myself. Our need for others highlights our own insecurities.
That's precisely his point. Now he introduces an even more radical idea. To have a friend, you must be willing to wage war for him. And to do that, you must be capable of being an enemy.
Hold on, that sounds very aggressive. Why must a friend be a potential enemy? That seems like the complete opposite of what friendship is about.
He clarifies this. It's not about physical fighting. He says, in your friend, you should find your best enemy. You should be closest to them with your heart when you withstand them or challenge them.
Okay, so it's about constructive conflict. A true friend isn't someone who just agrees with everything you say, but someone who challenges you to be better, even if it's uncomfortable.
Yes, they push back. Think of it like a sparring partner who helps you improve your skills by pointing out your weaknesses, not a cheerleader who just says you're great.
That leads to another strange point he makes about not being completely naked or transparent with your friend. Isn't honesty supposed to be the foundation of friendship?
It is, but Nietzsche cautions against total, unfiltered self-revelation. He says, the person who maketh no secret of himself shocketh. Complete nakedness can be overwhelming and even unwelcome.
So there's a place for a little bit of mystery in friendship? We shouldn't just dump all of our unfiltered thoughts and feelings onto our friends.
Correct. He says you should adorn yourself for your friend, not to be fake, but because you should be an arrow and a longing for the Superman, an inspiration for them to become better.
So the goal isn't just to be accepted as you are, but to inspire each other towards a higher version of yourselves. That's a very demanding view.
It is. This connects to a bizarre metaphor he uses. Have you ever seen your friend asleep? He asks, if you were dismayed by how they looked.
That's a strange question. What on earth does he mean by that? Is he saying our friends are ugly when they sleep?
Not literally. He says your friend's sleeping face is your own face in a coarse and imperfect mirror. It's a raw look at human imperfection, reminding us that man is something that hath to be surpassed.
Ah, so seeing them unguarded is a stark reminder of our shared flawed humanity and the need for both of us to grow and overcome our limitations.
Precisely. Now let's talk about pity. Nietzsche has a very harsh take on pity within a friendship. He says you should hide your pity under a hard shell.
Why would he say that? Isn't compassion a key part of supporting a friend who's struggling?
He argues that first, you need to know if your friend even wants pity. Perhaps they value your strength and your unmoved eye more than your sympathy. Pity can sometimes feel condescending.
So it's about offering a specific kind of support. Sometimes a friend needs you to be a rock, a symbol of stability, not someone who's crying along with them.
Exactly. This leads to the idea of a friend as an emancipator. A true friend can be pure air and solitude and bread and medicine, helping to free you from your own self-imposed chains.
And that requires a certain kind of relationship, because he then says that a slave can't be a friend and a tyrant can't have friends. Why is that?
Because for Nietzsche, friendship is a relationship between equals. A slave isn't free enough to be an equal, and a tyrant is incapable of seeing anyone else as an equal.
Okay, now we have to address the most controversial part of this text, where he talks about women in friendship. How do we even approach this?
We have to approach it by remembering this was written in the 19th century. He provocatively states that woman is not yet capable of friendship because she only knows love, which he sees as possessive and blind.
That's a very harsh and outdated generalization. So he's drawing a very sharp line between what he calls love and his ideal of friendship.
Yes, for him, this love is about merging and possession, whereas his ideal of friendship is about two strong, independent individuals who challenge each other.
It's a philosophical distinction.
Crucially, though, he doesn't just stop there. He immediately turns that criticism back on men, doesn't he?
He does, and that's key for balance. He asks, "But tell me, ye men, who of you are capable of friendship?" He then criticizes their poverty and sordidness of soul.
So his ultimate point is that almost no one, man or woman, is actually living up to this incredibly high standard that he's outlining.
That seems to be the implication. He ends with the line, "There is comradeship. May there be friendship." He distinguishes between comradeship and this higher aspirational ideal.
So comrades are people you share a foxhole or an office with, united by circumstance. But friendship is something far deeper and rarer that we must strive to create.
Perfectly put. Comradeship is common. True friendship is an achievement. It's a relationship built on mutual challenge, inspiration, and the shared goal of self-overcoming.
This really reframes the entire concept. The ideal friend isn't just for comfort. They are a catalyst for your personal evolution.
Absolutely. They're the person who respects you enough to disagree with you and who sees your potential, pushing you to become that Superman you're capable of being.
It's a demanding, almost intimidating vision of what friendship could be. It makes you reevaluate your own relationships and what you ask of them.
And that is exactly what Nietzsche wanted. He wanted to shake us out of our comfortable assumptions and force us to aim for something higher, even in our personal connections.